Hey guys, Youngblood with you, and today I wanted to talk about the second Q&A post that was put up regarding the Anvil Hurricane. Now in this update we got some surprising information about the engines and the overall sizing and when it comes to other ships, and it came when we were asked about if there was only going to be a single size 2 engine, and that should mean that it's actually a really slow ship. Now the answer went on to state that the Hornet also only has a single size 2 engine, and being twice as heavy, that should give you an idea of the overall speed. That being said, though, they also did say that capital ships are using size 4 engines. And that doesn't really feel right to me because there's this huge difference between a Hornet at a size 2 and a Bengal at a size 4. You know, I'm assuming non-linear scaling, but even with that, that leaves ships like the Freelancer, the Constellation, the Caterpillar, the Starfarer, the Hull series, the Endeavor, and a whole lot of other ships that fall in the categories between capital ship and fighters. And frankly, 2 engine sizes there doesn't feel like enough to really make up the difference. So I'm going to need to get a whole lot more information on that, and once we get that, I'll go into more detail. They also reiterated that they're going to be reworking the stats page, so seeing the updated numbers will be helpful on all of the ships, because I think that'll give us an idea of how this is going to end up scaling. Moving past that though, CIG confirms that even though it has a small power plant, engine, shields, and other components, it's not purpose-built for stealth. So unless you make some deliberate upgrades, the ship isn't going to be stealthy just based on its stats that it currently has. The confusion regarding the thrusters was and how they were laid out, where it said that you only had one medium engine. It got clarified that it was going to be porting out to 2 main thrusters, 8 maneuvering thrusters, and 2 retro thrusters. There were a lot of questions related to how it compares to the Hornet line, like asking if we can swap out the turret for other things like a cargo box or the radar array, both of which would be silly in my mind, but the answer was no. It's not intended at this point, partially based on the Hornet intending to have the versatility built into the ship, and the turret being a man turret on the Hurricane, so you can't actually swap that out with a single fixed weapon. Most of that is apparently based on the architecture of the ship, based on their description, so I'm guessing it's tied to something like pipes or other item system requirements, especially considering we can do that on the Cutlass today, at least prior to the rework. So we'll end up seeing how that all plays out, but overall you're not going to be able to slap like a size 7 weapon on there. You're also going to be able to lock the turret to the pilot's control as long as you put on the right equipment like we've talked about before, almost like a component that you're adding on to the avionics of your ship. There were some other questions, and we confirmed that the ship is about the same size as a Hornet, so that's how many that you would be able to fit in a given hangar bay, and you can use an NPC to man your turret. They did acknowledge that there's some very real issues using a manned turret at this point, and they're going to be trialing a couple things to try and fix it, like aiming stabilization, improving targeting between the pilot and the gunner, using targeting to help with aim and missile locks, as well as radar and scanning jobs, and maybe trying to work ESP into the turret role. There were other ideas out there, but at this point, at least they're confirming that they know it's an issue and it's something they're working to address. So hopefully that helps clarify some other things with the Hurricane. If you guys have questions, please let me know. Otherwise, stay tuned for more coming your way soon, and have a wonderful day. Take care.